नमस्ते स्वागतम्। अद्य निर्विमर्शो हि भीरवः इति पाठं निर्विमर्शा हि भीरवः इति पाठं चर्चिष्यामः। कथासरित् सागरः सोमदेवः। काव्यभागोऽयं काव्यभागः प्लस अयं पूर्वरूपसन्धिः। काव्यभागः अयं काव्यभागोऽयं कथासरित् सागर नामक ग्रंथात् स्वीकृतः। सोमदेव विरचितात् कथासरित् सागर नामक ग्रंथात्। So grantha, it's a collection of stories by the name Kathasarit Sagara. Kathasarit Sagara. Sarit means a river. Sagara is the ocean. So small stories make up a big ocean, make a big novel. So that's the implication here. The dhvani, the suggestion. Written by whom? By Somadeva. He is the author. काव्य भागः अयं कथा साहित्ये पद्यरूपा अपूर्वा कृतिरियम्. Now having a katha in padyarupa is apurva. Having a katha in a padyarupa, accepting of course the Puranas and the itihasas, it's apurva, it's unprecedented. Kritihi iyam. Iyam kritihi. Iyam means esha. Esha kritihi. Strilinga. भारतीय संस्कृति प्रतिपादकान् अंशान् सरलया शैल्या प्रतिपादयन्ति नीतिञ्च उपदिशन्ति इयम् एषा कथासरित् सहृदय हृत् सागरं प्रविशतीति नाम्नि नास्ति संशीतिः. संशीतिः is a doubt. नास्ति संशीतिः, there is no doubt what that it will enter. Pravishati. Kim pravishati? Sahridaya Hrit Sagaram. It will enter the minds and hearts of its connoisseurs. Sahridaya means those who are the recipients of this, or the listeners or the readers of this grantha. It will enter their hearts. It's a really heart-touching story. And Nitincha Upadishanti, it also not just is an entertainment, but also a moral. There is also a moral attached to it. In what way? Saralaya Shailya Pratipadayanti. It expounds based on Saralaya Shailya, by a very simple, lucid style. Kim Pratipadakan? Bharatiya Samskriti Pratipadakan. It will highlight Pratipadaka, it will highlight the features of the Indian culture, the Hindu culture, the Bharatiya culture in a Saralaya Shailya, in a very simple Shaili. Atyanta Rochakataya, in a very engrossing, entertaining manner. Ramaniyataya, in a very beautiful manner. Cha Upanibadha, it's bound. The story has been composed. Chhatreshu Pathanasaktim Janayanti. It keeps increasing the reading, the habit of reading, the interest to read, very voraciously read in students. Kunite apayam cha bodhayanti. The tragedies or the consequences and the pitfalls of using kuniti, of using dishonesty, of using unsound and wrong means of getting at it, of getting your desired achievable goal. Bodhayanti, it tells and narrates that Katha Sahitya Kritehe Garimanam Vardhayati. It also increases Vardhayati, it increases the magnitude or the magnanimity. Garimana means the magnanimity of Katha Sahitya, of storytelling itself. Let's come to the prelogue. Ekada Vatsarajah Vasavadattaya Saha Vivahanantaram Rajakaryam Vismarati. So Vatsaraja gets married to Vasavadatta, and in a marriage, and then he forgets to perform his duties. Rajyasya kechana bhupradeshaha paravasham gataha, because of his inadequacy and cowardice, I would say, many of the regions of his land went away to his enemies. Tada tasya mahamantri swaminishthah yogandharayanah chintakulaha. Tada mahamantri, his greatest minister, the pradhan mantri sort of a thing. Swaminishthah, he is also loyal and duty bound to his master. Yogandharayanah, Yugandharasya apatyam Puman, the son of Yugandhara. So his father's name was Yugandhara, and so he gets the name Yogandharayana. It's a patri name, right? Yogandharayana Chintakulaha, he became really worried and concerned. Senapatina saha, along with the commander-in-chief, Samalochayat cha. He pondered about this problem. Tataha Yogandharayanaha Mahasena iti kasyachana rajnyaha katha shravati. Then Yogandharayana, the minister, he narrates a story about another king called Mahasena. Tata shravati means he narrates, he makes him hear. Tataha tat patni vyamohat bahiragatya rajyabharam katham kritavan iti vivranoti. Yogandharayana is describing how he comes out of Bahihi Agatya. He comes out of what? Vyamoha of his Patni. The attachment, passionate attachment to his wife. And Katham Rajyavaram Kritavan, how he managed and governed the land. Iti Vivranoti, he narrates, he describes. Tathaiva, similarly, Vatsaraja Vishaye api karaniya iti. So what is the point of narrating the story? It is also to help motivate and provide an impetus for Vatsaraja to do the same. That is to let go of his immense passionate possessiveness and do his duty first. Ataha Vasavadatta Dagdha iti mithyavadam prasarya. Therefore, Adrinda, Vasavadatta Dagdha, he says Vasavadatta, the wife, Dagdha, she was burnt. Iti mithya pravadam prasarya. So he spreads his rumors, these rumors. Pradyota Sutaya Saha. Pradyota Suta is the other name of another woman, a queen. Pradyota Suta, Pradyotasya Suta, the daughter of Pradyota, Saha Vivaham Chakaraitum Yuktim Kathayati. He says, let us spread the rumors that Vasadatta is burnt now. Now she is nowhere to be seen. So you just marry another princess, the daughter of Pradyota, is what he plans. Tada Senapatihi Rumanvan. Yadi Senapatihi Rumanvan. So the name of the Senapati is Rumanvan. Yadi Yukte Anusthane Vifalo Bhavema. Yadi Yukte Anusthane. In the execution of our plan, Vifalo bhavime, if we fail, Viphala is to fail. Tarhi Upahasatam, we will become the laughing stock. Rajnyaha anadaram chagachema, we will be subject to immense disrespect and disregard by the king if we fail in our plans. Is what he Ashankya, he is doubting this, and Imam Katham Kathayati. He says, I'm quite doubtful if we may end up being discarded from our roles and portfolios. So anyway, doubting this, he narrates a story. What's the story? Let's read. Asti Makandika Nama Nagari Jahnavi Tate Tasya Mauna Asti Makandika Nama Nagari Jahnavi Tate Tasya Mauna Vrataha Kaschit Asit Pravrajakav Pura. Makandika Nama Nagari Jahnavi Tate Asti. Makandika is the name of a city, Nagari. Jahnavi Tate Asti. On the banks of Ganga, Jahnavi, there is a town. Tasya Mauna Vrataha Kaschit Asit Pravrajaka Pura. There was a Pravrajaka, there was a sannyasi, there was a yogi named Maunavratah. I mean, it could be his name or it could literally mean he was in a vow of silence. Maunavratah kaschit asit pura. Pura means long ago. Pravishto jatu bhikshartham ekasya vanijo grihe sadadarsha shubham kanyam bhikshamadaya nirgatam. प्रविष्टः जातु भिक्षार्थम एकस्य वणिजः गृहे एकस्य वणिजः गृहे in one businessman's business lord's house भिक्षार्थम अगात् जातु someday he went to ask for alms. He went begging for alms and he entered the business lord's house. Sadah dadarsha shubham kanyam. He saw a very beautiful, very glamorous kanya, a bride, I mean a very young lady, not a lad, lass, right? A lass. Bhiksha madaya nirgatam. She went, she gave the alms and she went away. Drishta achadbhutam rupam. He saw this titillating rupa, the beauty of that woman, that young woman. Tam cha kama vashagaha shataha. This shatha, this hypocrite. Because he is a sannyasi, he must not even eye another woman or a man. So he got totally swept away by the incredible lust that developed within him. Kama vashagaha. Ha ha kashtamiti smaha. Vanijastasya shrinvatah. Then there was this vanija, there was this business lord standing right there, and there was the kanya who gave the bhiksha and she went away. And now this mendicant is talking to the businessman and he says, ha ha kashtam. Oh my God, there is a great torturous trouble which will befall you. Sma aha. Aha means he told, he spoke. Sma aha. Aha sma. He told thus. Vanijas tasya shrinvatah. Shrinvatah vanijah tasya. As the businessman was listening, he spoke this sentence. Kimadyaivam akasmatvam maunam tyaktottavan iti. Kimadya evam akasmat tvam maunam tyaktva uktavan iti. So what what an amazing thing today, what's a puzzling thing today, that today you have broken your vow of mauna, of silence, and uktavan, you have spoken thus. Kimadya evam akasmat, and that too akasmat, spontaneously and without any preparation or any other context. You have immediately spoken thus out of the blue. Tat shrutva vanijam tam cha parivrad evam abravit. Parivrad means the sannyasi parivrad evam abravit. He spoke thus. What did he speak? Tat shrutva. He hearing this, which the businessman spoke. He told this, the merchant spoke. Durlakshana yam kanya te vivaho अस्या यदा भवेत् तदा ससुतधारस्य क्षयः स्यात् तव निश्चितम्. Durlakshana yam kanya. This kanya, Esha kanya, yam kanya, Durlakshana. She has a very bad fortune and fate. Vivaha ayam asyaha vivaha yada bhavet. When you marry her off, tada sasutadarasya kshayaha syat tava. Tava sasutadarasya. You have another son, you have your wife. Dara means a wife. So Dara Katirtivinta, so Dara is probably where we can imagine the etymology in Kannada to be. Tava nischitam kshayasyat. You will definitely lose your son and your family and your wife too. Tadetam vikshya dukkham me jatam bhakto hi me bhavan tena eva uktam tenaivam uktavan asmi tyaktva maunam bhavat krite. He says tadetam vikshya. Therefore, seeing her like this, dukkham me jatam, it caused immense sorrow to me. Bhaktaha hi me bhavan, because you are my greatest disciple, because you have fed me all along these years. So, tena evam uktavan asmi. Therefore, I have spoken thus. Even though I was in my Mauna Vrata, I have broken it for your sake. Bhavat krite, for your sake. Maunam tyaktva. Tadesha kanyaka naktam manjushayam niveshita uparin nyasta deepayam gangayam kshipyatam paya. Therefore, what must you do? You must put your daughter in a coffin, Manjusha in a coffin, and in the night, and uparin nyasta deepayam, place another lamp over the coffin, and kshipyatam gangayam, throw her away into the Ganga. Tatheti pratipadya etad gatva so atha vanik bhayat. So this vanik bhayat, he got really scared because he of course he's a wealthy merchant. And what if he loses all his wealth, especially his family? He'll have nothing left. So with this terrorized fear in his face, tatha iti, he agreed. Tatheti, he agreed. Pratipadya, he did the same thing. Etad gatva सह अथ वणिग्भयात् नक्तं चक्रे तथा सर्वं निर्विमर्शा हि भीरवः. Bhirava, once you terrorize a person and he becomes really frightened and paranoid, Bhirava means a paranoid person. Bhiru means to be paranoid. Paranoid people, nirvimarshaha, they have no room for intellect and rationality. They Vimarsha is to be rational. Nirvimarsha is he loses all his sense of rationale, and he puts his own daughter in a coffin in the night and puts a deepa over it, a lamp over it, an oil lamp, and he throws her away into the Ganga. Pravrajakopi tatkalam uvacha anucharan nijan anucharan, his own disciples, he says, Pravrajakaha, this sannyasi, he says to his the other disciples, Gangam gacchata tatrantar vahantim yam cha pashyatha. Antar vahantim yam Gangam gacchata. First you go to the Ganga, the flowing Ganga there. Tatra antar vahantim, and in the Ganga there is you will see something being carried. Vahantim cha pashyatha. See that. Pristhastha deepa manjusham. On it there is a deepa which is blazing ahead. That manjusha, that coffin, guptamanayata ihatam. Tam manjusham, bring that box, that coffin, guptam, bring it very discreetly, bring it very secretively. Udghataniya nachasa. You should not open that coffin. Shrute api antardhvana viti. Antardhvanau, shrute api. Antaha dhvanau. Dhvani means a sound. Even if you hear a moan or a sound from within the box, Dhvanau iti, that is the sandhi there. Dhvanav iti, Yantavan Pradesh. Shrute api, even if you hear a sound, Shrute dhvanau api, na udghataniya, you must not open it. Tatheti chagata, yavad gangam na prapnuvanti te cha agataha. Then as their master had ordered, they all came to the Ganga. Tatheti, they agreed and they came. Yavat Gangam na prapnuvanti te, and as soon as they reach the Ganga, as they are about to reach the Ganga, Rajaputraha kimapi ekaha tavat tasyam avatarat. Then there was another king. There was another Rajaputra, actually, a prince who saw this coffin, and he immediately went and swam towards it and got it away. Sotra vanija kshipta manjusham viksha deepataha bhritteranaya sahasa kautukad udaghatayat. Then this prince ordered his minister, his paricharakas, his servants and his bhattas to immediately go to the river and get that coffin which has a deepa over it. Oh, kautukat. So he's very curious. What is this deepa sitting on a coffin doing? Right? Sahasa, immediately. Dadarsha Bhrityaihi. Bhritya is a servant or a sevaka. Dadarshantah kanyam tam hridayonmadakarinim upayeme cha gandharva vidhina tam cha tatkshanam. Dadarsha, he saw what? Antaha kanyam tam. He saw within that panjusha, that coffin, a kanya. Very beautiful, very, pardon my language, but it's very sexy. A very sexy kanya he saw, and hridaya unmadakarini. It made his heart skip a beat. Hridaya Unmadakarinim. She made his heart go mad. Unmadakarinim. Upayeme. He immediately married her in what? Gandharva Vidhina. So they did they had love at first sight, and so he immediately married her. They exchanged garlands. That is what a Gandharva Vidhi is. They just exchanged garland even without any witnesses. And Tat Kshanam, he immediately did that very second. Manjusham tam ch gangayam tathaivodhastha deepika vitra tatyajat nikshipya ghoram vanaram antare. Manjusham tam ch gangayam. And then he put back a gorilla, ghoram vanaram, maybe a chimpanzee or a gorilla or an orangutan. He put it into the coffin, replaced the deepa there, and he floated it back into the Ganga. Manjusham tam cha Gangayam tathaiva, just as it was before, urdhvastha deepikam, just as there was a lamp over the coffin. Kritva tatyaja nikshipya ghoram vanaram antare. Antare means within the box, he put a nikshipya ghoram vanaram, maybe a gorilla or a chimpanzee. Gate tasmin samprapta kanyaratne nirvatmaje ayayus tasya chinvanta shishya prauraja Gate atha. And then tasmin gate. Then the Nrapa Atmaja, which is the prince, the son of the king, he went away. He took this Kanyaratna. He married this woman, this very beautiful woman, and he thinking that I've got such an amulya ratna, ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರತ್ನ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದಾಳೆ ಅಂತ, he thought this is my luck that I was able to find such a bride, a wife for myself, and he went away with the wife. Then ayayuhu tasya chinvantaha, tasya shishyaha, that sannyasi's shishyaha, pravarajakasya shishyaha, ayayuhu chinvantaha, they came searching, chinvantaha ayayuhu, they came searching for that box. Dadrishustam cha manjusham grihitva tasya chantikam ninyuf pravrajakasyeinam sodharishto jagadatan. And then they took, as they were directed, back to the sannyasi. Dadrishuhu means they saw. Tam cha manjusham grihitva, they took it, and they antikam ninyuhu, they went and they took this and they went. Ninyuhu means ninaya. The plural form of ninaya is ninyuhu. They took away, they carried away that coffin towards Pravrajaka. Saha atha hrishtaha jagadatan. And then saha Pravrajakaha hrishtaha, he was elated. And tan jagada, he told the shishyas, ekoham sadhaye mantram adaya etam ihopari adhastushnim cha yushmabhish shaitavyam imam shisham. Ekaha aham sadhaye, I will do some sadhana. Sadhaye ekaha aham, I will be alone and I must do some mantram adaya etam iha upari, and I will climb up from here and I'll carry this manjusha alone with me. And adhaha tushnim cha yushmabhihi, you should keep quiet, all of you must keep quiet, maintain silence below. Shaitavyam, you should just sleep away this entire night. Imam Nisham Shaitana, I will do some mantra on this manjusha, and we all know what kind of mantra he was expecting to do on that coffin. Ityuktva tam cha manjusham aropya mathikopari sa parivrar vivritavan vanik kanya bhilashukah. Then he was expecting to find the vanik kanya, the daughter of the merchant Abhilashukah. He was really passionately waiting for doing mantra sadhana over this lady. Sa parivrar vivritavan. Vivritavan means he opened. That parivrar means the merchant, the mendicant, the sannyasi. He opened this box. Ityuktva tam cha manjusham aropya mathikopari. He went and took it over to his matha. Mathika is, he went maybe in the first floor and he opened it. Tatascha tasya nirgatya vanaro bhishanakritihi tavabhyadhavat swakruto murtimaniva durnayaha. Tatascha, then tataha cha tasya nirgatya, then from the manjusha nirgatya, it sprung out. What sprung out? Vanara, this gorilla sprung out. Bhishanakritihi, it was horrifying. It was terrifying. Tamabhyadhavat. It chased him away. It chased him away. Swakritaha murtiman durnayaha iva. Swakritaha durnayaha murtiman iva. Just as though this gorilla was a personification, murtiman. It was a personification of Swakritaha durnayaha, of the cunning that he did, of the manipulation, of the scheme that he had made, the evil act that he was planning to do, as though it was personified, and it chased him away. Satasya dashanair nasam nakhaih karnau chatakshanam chicheda papasya kapir nigrahajna eva krudha. Saha, that Kapi, tasya dashanaihi, with his teeth, with his incisors, nasam nakhaihi, his nose and his karna, tatkshanam chicheda, it bit into his nose and it chipped away his ear. Papasya, this evil man's, papa, because of his papa, it did so. Kapihi, this ape, nigrahajnya iva krudha, as though he is the nigrahajnya, he is the death. Nigraha means a controller. Nigrahajnya is one who knows to control things. So death is the one like Yama. Yamaraja is the one who knows to control. As though he came as death to this sannyasi, this evil. He's not even a sannyasi, he is a hypocrite. He was just wearing the robes of a sannyasi or of a priest. Iva krudha, as though Yamaraja has come with the executioner has come very angry. This gorilla also pounced on him and chipped away his ear and nose. Pratar buddha cha tat sarvam jaha sakalo janaha pratar buddha. And then he did not die, of course. And when in the morning, when they saw this so-called sannyasi, Buddha, everybody woke up and they saw what had happened here. Jahasa, they all laughed. They all merrily laughed. Tat sarvam sakalaha janaha, every single man laughed. Nananda cha vanik sacha tat suta prapta satpatihi. And even the vanik, the merchant, was really happy and relieved that his daughter Tat suta prapta satpatihi, she had gone away to a good, very brave and very honest man. Because this guy was the one who saved her, right? Because had he just walked away seeing that coffin there, like any other bystander, he would, it was, I mean, she would have died or probably gone, something bad would have happened to her. But now, since she was saved, even without a second thought, even she was happy. And she, of course, went to the palace, right? He is the prince. And Vanik was also really happy. Okay, a very interesting story, very fun story. It says that people's appearances may be deceiving, so we cannot really believe is one. Secondly, when you are terrified, like the businessman was, we really don't think. And he was so terrified that he would not even think of putting his own daughter away to save himself and his family. And thirdly, we must not be a bystander. We must not be a witness merely. We must also do something about things when we see bad happening around us. I just, for example, if I may see on the street somebody are fighting, some people are quarreling, they are having a fist-to-fist combat. Either I must call the police or I must get people around with me to go and do something about it or just cool out the situation. So like the prince, we must be very forthcoming, very proactive in being an active citizen, being a responsible citizen. And what else can we infer? Do let me know in your comments if you were able to gauge any other moral and extract any other moral out of this story. A very interesting story. Okay, do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this story, and please do subscribe for more chapters and interesting stories as such. We shall also be doing some Vyakaranam. We shall also be solving some exercises. So upon hitting the good subscriber mark, Please do help me out to grow this channel. I have a lot of plans for this channel as well. So, astu dhanyavadaha. Shubha din.